All right, after show chat peeps, how y'all doing today on a Friday afternoon? I'm in Vegas. It's about 10:30 in the morning in Vegas. But
Early.
today, we have special guests. We got Kelly and Lewis from the Dollyrots, and I really been dying to talk to them. Welcome, Kelly and Lewis, to the show.
Hey,
How's it
thanks for
going?
having us.
Yeah.
Well, we appreciate y'all coming on. Usually we have our other crew, Gene and Ramona, Angelo and Little Aaron, but it's a Friday afternoon. People's got to work, so we do what we got to do it. I know y'all been busy. Y'all have a new album coming out, Night Owls. I tell you what, it sounds, I got to listen to it. It sounds, fantastic. So, how long have y'all been a band, Kelly? I know y'all been around. I mean, y'all been in the scene for a long time. You want to give us a little back history on that?
Well, I guess it's 22 years now.
Yeah. We started in like 2001.
Yeah.
In Florida, and then we moved out to LA to do the band in 2002.
Yeah.
And we've been making music together ever since. It's been me and her, just the core of the band.
We started making music together. Well, he started teaching me how to play guitar in like 1995.
In ninth or 10th grade.
Yeah.
So we've been doing this for a long time. We kind of know each other's musical tastes and stuff.
So y'all went to the same high school?
Middle school. We met in 8th grade.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
And then we became boyfriend and girlfriend at the very end of high school.
Eventually.
Yeah.
And when did y'all get married?
We got married at the end of college.
We got married
2001.
2001. Yeah, we were young.
I know the feeling. I got married when I was like 18 also. So
Hey, sometimes it works.
Yeah.
hey, I'd rather that work than have 4 or 5 spouses.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. We got lucky, and we met each other early, and then we just kind of stuck with it. So yes, we got lucky.
That is awesome. And I know y'all. I mean, you've been around in the. To people that don't know, I mean, I consider y'all punkish rock, maybe pop rock. But how do y'all like to describe y'all music?
I mean, we get called pop punk, but I don't think that it really fits into the modern pop punk. It's more pop punk in the way that you could call Buzzcocks pop punk, or the Ramones pop punk, or Generation X, or Blondie. Like we're more of an old school punk.
I agree with that 100%.
You know,
I agree with
melodic punk.
You know, I like the descriptor bubblegum punk.
I love that.
It was like something that initially, I remember we were in Detroit recently. We were talking to Nikki Corvette because she came out to the show, and we were talking about it because she was one of the first. She's kind of in that first wave of like, female fronted like punk that was accessible.
Yeah.
And she said specifically that that's what her music was described as, like way back in like the late 70s, early 80s. And I was like, I know, people will say that sometimes, and it totally resonates with what we do because it just describes it.
Yes. I agree 100% because I love Bubble. I mean, and there's so many good bands right now out, the Yum Yums and so many bands making great music. And that's, I mean, I grew up on punk, but as I get older, I prefer something with more melody now. I can't listen to old school punk anymore as much as I used to, but I love something with a good, and y'all music is just I mean, it's just magical. I mean, I've been a fan of you guys for a good while, and I think y'all were on Lookout. Y'all were on Lookout for a while.
Yeah. For our very first record, that was part of the reason we moved out to California. It was like to try and be a part of the Lookout family.
Like our dream was Lookout Records.
Yeah,
my dream would have been that too. I think I would have been there too. But did y'all was Larry Livermore still running it at that time whenever y'all joined? No.
This was like during like the beginning of the end of the label.
Okay.
So we put out one record, our very first album. We put out "Eat My Heart Out" through Lookout, and then we had actually recorded the follow-up already.
We had recorded Because I'm Awesome.
We had recorded the beginning
yeah.
of Because I'm Awesome, and then we got news the label was like,
and I was like,
dissolved.
it's over, guys.
And we're like, great. That was the label.
Yeah. But then we went on Warped Tour that summer, and we actually had these little like 5-song CDs that we had burned copies of with Because I'm Awesome on it and some of the other songs. And the second to last day, we handed one to Joan Jett and we handed one to Fat Mike, because we're like, all right, maybe we could be on one of their record labels. And when I handed it to Joan Jett, she was like, I was so nervous and I didn't even want to do it, but my body like started brain could comprehend what was happening, and handed her the record. And I was like, I'm in this band, the Dollyrots. She's like, I know, I watch you like every day. And she's like, I love your band.
Wow.
And so I was like, well, here's our, the beginnings of our new album. We don't have a label because we were on Lookout. And I was like, if you'd listen, we'd love to be on Blackheart. And then I don't know, like a few weeks later, we got a phone call and they're like, we'd love to.
That is awesome, because they have that Lookout book, How to Ruin a Record Label, and that's a pretty. I'm gonna have to reread it. I read it many years ago. I'm gonna have to reread it, see if they mentioned not that you brought the record label down, but I mean it was going. I think it was heading that way after Larry.
I think what happened was the label was evolving away from what it was about.
Yeah.
Lookout, there are labels where when you pick up the record, it's going to be a certain type of record.
100%.
They were migrating away from that. I think they were trying to be more indie rock or whatever. And so for everyone who was fans of it, I was
just kind of like,
it didn't really make sense. So we were kind of the last of that wave. But we're proud to be part of the lineage. That's cool.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, that's a good. You have so many great bands that came out of there. The Queers and Mr. T Experience and a lot of them. And I was guilty of that. I would just, if I'd see Lookout, I'd just pick it up.
Yeah,
that was it.
Operation Ivy, Green Day.
I know exactly.
This little band called Green Day.
Yeah, agree. Oh yeah, I forgot about them. Yeah.
I think they got potential.
Yeah, but now y'all put out your music independently, which I think is, I love that. As a punk guy from way back in the 80s and 90s, that's what everybody wanted to do back then, was put out music on their own, and nobody wanted to be on a label. So y'all put out your music 100% on your own now, right? I mean, y'all get a little backup from Wicked Cool, but
Wicked Cool has just become like a great partner. They let us do whatever we want artistically, musically. Stevie Van Zandt, I mean, obviously he loves music and is a musician. So you can imagine being on his label is great as an artist.
Yeah.
And then Dennis Mortensen, he runs the label with him, and they have given us complete freedom. But then we also get distribution, which is something as an independent band, you can get distribution for all the digital stuff on your own. No problem. You go to one of the websites and you distribute your music, but to get into stores and do all of that, the more old school stuff, you really got to have some machine behind you that helps get it in 100%.
There. Like we just kind of, we were a part of independent labels. We kind of flirted with like the major label thing for a little bit back in the day, but we just observed what you needed to do to put out your own records. And for us, it's like we live in a time now where we can record, we have a home studio, we can record a lot of our own stuff. We know how to get our music out there. We've got an audience built through years of touring and, meeting people and playing with other bands. And so
each time we go to do an album, we do a pre-sale because we have those fans there.
Yeah.
Right.
So we don't have to be afraid that we're gonna lose our ass on a record, because we're not gonna put out crap, and everybody knows that.
Yeah.
And so people will pre-order the album, wait a few months, and then know that we're gonna deliver.
Well, we know, the horror story is like, you make a record, you pay for all the production, you pay to get it printed up, and then you end up with like a storage space full of 5,000 albums you never sold. And so we're very lucky that we know that if we make it, there are people out there that are going to dig it and, be there to go to the shows and get the records directly.
Yeah, that's awesome. That is a good piece. Look, I pre-ordered it myself. I'm waiting for
it. Well, we're about to send it from our kitchen table.
All right. Throw in a sandwich in there if you're sitting there.
We'll some candy.
Yeah, it's trick or treat. You have leftover trick or treat candy.
We're like kids. We're not candy we don't want.
Yeah. But the sound is. I mean, there's one thing: you pick up a Dollyrots record, no matter if it's a single or a record, it just sounds. I mean, the sound is fantastic. I don't know if it's because of the way y'all record it, or if it's the producer of the album, or all your work, but it just the music just has a great sound to it. I mean, a lot of that, we track all the basic tracks right here in our home studio. And Lewis has pulled out many hairs over the years learning how to engineer albums.
And I'm not going to lie. There's one bass guitar that sounds like the bass, and there's one electric guitar that sounds like the guitar. And, but then, we work with really good people. John Fields, he's been our partner, our producer.
Over 20 years now.
Yeah. Wow. This is our 8th record with him, and he knows how to place things, and he knows how to get the best of us. So
he's never allowed to retire.
You all that. I mean,
we'll go to him someday and be like, okay, Johnny, come on, we're gonna get Dollyrots record.
No, it's gonna be like an electronic album.
You don't want to let a pretty good producer retire. I mean, you might need him every couple of years. Just do this for us. That's all. You just come out of retirement just for us. Kelly, I was listening to your radio program on Underground Radio this morning. I love whenever I travel, because I have to wake up like at 3 or 4 in the morning, and I get to listen to you. Other than that, I'm a night owl, like your album, Night Owl. I'm a night owl. I stay up all night, but
I am too, which makes it really hard. I'm just kind of a zombie sometimes. Like, am I awake? Am I asleep?
So you do that live?
Sometimes.
Wow.
Yes. I'm filling in for Michael Daybar for a couple weeks coming up, and we're gonna be on tour, so that's gonna be funny.
Yeah, I don't know how we're gonna do that.
I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do it though.
Yeah, I love the program too. I know y'all went on tour and y'all played Houston just recently, and I was supposed to go see y'all in Houston, and grandkid stuff gets, how those go. You have kids. Y'all have kids, so you know how that goes. Sometimes things happen, and I couldn't make it to Houston, which I'm kicking myself still. But anyway, are y'all touring again? Are y'all coming up on any touring to support the album?
Yeah. We're heading up north. We're gonna do like 5 dates in the Northeast. We're doing an album release party in New York City.
Awesome.
And I'm gonna make it a costume party. I decided.
Last night
it's Friday the 13th. It's in October. Yeah. I'm dressing up.
It's gonna be fun. So we're doing like an acoustic thing before that show, and it's gonna be great. And then we've got like a short run of like Southeast dates.
Yeah, I don't know how close we're getting to you.
Yeah, New Orleans area. But if y'all play in Houston again, I don't know where you consider the Southeast, but if you're playing in Houston again,
we can't tell you.
We can't tell you how or why, but
maybe in January.
We may be getting close to you in January.
Ooh.
Extremely close to you.
Yeah, just stay tuned.
Yeah.
I will have to be looking out. Out. Yeah, I'm gonna be looking out. Are y'all playing in New York itself? Because the other people that do the show with me, Gene and Ramona, they're from New York. They're from Jersey, right next to New York. They live not far. So, and then y'all just played with y'all played in New York just recently too, huh? At the Amityville.
Yeah, we went and looked at the house, of course.
Yeah.
Oh, of course you would have to.
That was Long Island. That's not really.
Yeah.
That's like a whole different.
Yeah. You're right. Yeah. I was trying to get to New York, tell you the truth, for that show too. I'll be honest with you. I was trying to get over there because we know Bad Mary. Bad Mary came on the show.
Oh, they're great.
Yeah, we love them.
Yeah, and I saw y'all were playing maybe a show with Kurt Baker too. Kurt Baker's a
Yeah,
friend
Kurt
of the
Baker's
show,
gonna play the record release show.
Oh, he's fantastic. Oh, y'all have a good.
Gotta go, Harold.
Oh, yeah. He was great on the show too. He's a nice guy, real nice guy.
You know, we used to play with him when he was a teenager in the Leftovers. We were all really young, and it was God. I think we couldn't drink beer in the venue, so we would sit in our van and drink beers together.
Y'all corrupt Kurt Baker. Y'all gave young Kurt Baker a beer.
Yeah, I think he might have given us. I think
the other.
I believe that. I believe that. 100% believe that. You know what else? Every video. I mean, if you go look up Dollyrots on YouTube or anything else, I mean, the amount of videos y'all do. It's like every song you'll have a video for, and it's just so fantastic. Every video y'all do. I mean, it's just y'all have any for the new album, you'll have new videos coming out, I'm sure, right?
Yeah. So we're doing lyric videos for every song. We'll do like official videos for a few of them.
Yeah,
we have one out.
We put out the Night Owls official video.
Yes.
With Abysmal Entertainment. They did our mermaid video from the last album.
They did In Your Face.
In Your Face.
Yeah. So they're awesome to work with.
And then the lyric videos we're working with Andrew Hooper. He did them the last couple times too. He's such a good artist.
Yeah, he's awesome.
He does such cool stuff. So yeah, I mean, the videos, we're really lucky to at this point know people that like what we do and get us, and it's just really easy. Sometimes it's literally just, hey, show up at this time, we're making a video. And we just show up and trust it, and it happens, and it's perfect.
That's perfect. I really love the video for Everything.
It's one of my favorite.
Me too. Yeah. I really love it.
The guy that shot it, we were playing we were playing in Minneapolis. He's this guy Jeff Mosey, and after the show, I was like, "Hey man, you want to just like jump in and roll with us?" And he's like, "Well, I got to go home and get a backpack with like my toothbrush and stuff." And
I think I was like, "We don't have time. You can't." And so we had to stop at a Walmart that night.
He literally jumped into the RV and we took off with him.
We bought him underwear and a toothbrush.
Yeah. Then he rolled with us for like 5 shows and documented it. And at the end of it, I was like, well, I guess we have to fly you home. So we bought him a plane ticket on some like third-rate airline, and like he texted me right when he got on. He's like, "Hey, this is like a propeller plane."
Single engine plane that he was going on with, right?
Yeah.
He's on this little tiny regional airline. He's like terrified. It's like snowing. I was like, "Oh my god."
Sorry.
And so we took that footage from that run, and that became the Everything video.
And a lot of that video was filmed in Indianapolis at the Melody Inn, which is this awesome venue. They do this punk rock night thing that we've played since we started touring. So it was like a homey.
Yeah.
Place.
So all those people are real people.
Those were just the people that showed up at the show that night. They didn't know they were in a video.
Yeah, it wasn't like a casting call.
Yeah. I love seeing your kids in the video too. I just love seeing.
Oh yeah, we always have to put them in there.
Yeah. A couple more things. I mean, y'all do have. I mean, you're raising a family. How do y'all tour? Do you bring y'all children with y'all when y'all go on tour?
Yeah, they're almost always with us. Every now and then it doesn't make sense.
Right.
For a short run, or they have something at school or something important to do, in their own lives. But probably 90% of the time they come with us, and we have a couple friends who are tour nannies, and their job is to just be the extra adult to help, especially while we're on stage, because one time that we really can't.
That would be hard
anyway, though.
Yeah. I mean, the kids come out and do a performance now. We're gonna be like a full vaudeville act.
That's what I was telling that. I think it was to my wife or somebody. I forgot who I was telling that to. But I said before long, your children are gonna get a little bit older, and I could just see, the Partridge. Y'all gonna have a bus like the Partridge Family, and y'all just gonna go on tour. I'm sure.
Our son River. The last tour, he was actually like, Mom, I could go out and yo-yo in between bands. And I was like, you could. Actually, maybe we should make that happen.
They're insisting more and more. It used to be a thing where we'd bring them out just to say hi.
Yeah, like when they were babies, I'd bring them up, and
Yeah,
a lot of it is like making sure they're never afraid of being on stage.
Yeah.
You know, so we thought like, all right, we'll just bring them out and they'll always be cool with being in front of people, right?
That's
Like, don't be
yeah,
afraid of
that's
people.
great.
But now it's turned into, now they're insisting, they're like, okay, Dad, I'm definitely coming out, right? I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah. But they're not afraid of anyone, that's for sure. I mean, they no stranger danger, anyone. You know, we're good parents, in the right situation.
They'll be in the mosh pit, moshing up with the yeah, and you know, that's great because I mean they're gonna be so accustomed to do that. I mean, and even if they don't decide to be musicians or decide something else in their life, I mean that's one key to success is to be able to go out there and have a personality and present yourself well. So that's gonna be that's gonna be great no matter what they do.
To adults and strangers, and
that's
you know, if they go to the doctor, they can articulate things themselves. You know, we don't have to speak for them, even though they're little.
Yeah.
They got it for sure. They appreciate people too. You know, it's like that they've met a lot of people. They've interacted
a lot of
with
different kinds of people,
a lot of personalities, and so they're you know, they really appreciate people, and so we want them to always be kind and be cool and be able to talk to anybody. You know, so yeah, they're good at it. We're proud of them.
Yeah, y'all doing. I'm gonna tell you what. I wish y'all parents. Y'all doing a good job. I wish my parents
had really good parents. So we learned from the best.
We were lucky.
Oh, that's great. That's great.
Pass it on, man.
That's so nice. Look, I know I know you probably have to go to another interview, but can you still pre-order the album right now, or is it pre-orders? Okay.
Yeah, you can pre-order it. We're gonna start mailing them out in the next couple weeks, and we're gonna get them all out before we leave for tour. So,
which is October 11th is our first day.
Yeah, we got some work to do. Our house is gonna be like boxes. And,
I can imagine.
But yeah, you can still pre-order it. We've got these cool bundles, packages. It's all like, we tried to make it like make sense. It's like it's affordable.
The t-shirts are really nice t-shirts.
They're really good. Like, we paid for like the good t-shirts instead of the scratchy ones.
Then it's not the scratchy thick ones this time. You know, really did good.
Yeah, I have like 3 of y'all shirts, and I think one was okay, but the other 2 like we were fed. I had Down the Rabbit Hole. That was a good one. I love that one.
Do you have the blue Dodgers shirt?
No.
That's everyone's favorite. I have 2 of them myself.
You like, yeah, you can. Oh, that's like,
those are so good.
It just melts onto you.
So soft, but that's the kind of that these new ones are.
And you're right. I mean, they have all kind of price points. You could. I mean, if you just want that the CD, there. If you want vinyl, I mean, there's all different levels. So you meet the price budget of everybody. And look, and do yourself a favor when you watch. I'm going to put the link up on in the comments whenever we air this, and you just hit that link and support a good band. I mean, support. And everybody wants to say, I wish I could support musicians. Spotify, they don't make them. Well, here's your chance. I mean, here's
the real deal.
That's so true. Yeah, because you know we do a lot of this ourselves, and so just having people that like it, man. If the fact that people want to hear our music, like, we're happy to do it. So we totally appreciate the fan support.
And even if you don't have the cash to buy it or whatever, if you pre-save it on Spotify or whatever, wherever you listen to digital music, that actually really, really helps.
Or just come to a show or tell your friend.
Yeah,
I mean, it's like, that's a lot of music is, I mean, for a band like us where it's very grassroots, it's so much of it is word of mouth. And so I mean, still. So it's awesome. We appreciate it, man.
Yeah. And I will get to wherever your secret place,
New York.
I will try to make. I'm just
coming.
I swear. Look, the show was Sunday for I believe y'all show was Sunday in Amityville.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
And I got an offer. I was gonna fly out the Tuesday, and I even told Bad Mary, I said, I can't believe this. I said they were gonna fly me out Tuesday, 2 extra days early. I wouldn't have been here. So
Yeah.
I was mad. I was really upset. I wanted to see you. I wanted to see Bad Mary, but it's gonna happen. And who knows? We might even be in New York.
Yep. Cool. Just a little peer pressure. Just you know, you can just go to New York.
And look, peer pressure on you guys. I want some Halloween candy in my pre-order. Okay.
All right.
Okay.
No chocolate.
I'll find it.
All right.
No chocolate.
I'll write it
That's
down
on the
right now.
record, so.
Arrow Dufrene. You just look at it, Lockport, Louisiana. Throw in some lifesavers or something. That's fine.
Okay.
Hey, look,
Find it.
Kelly, Lewis, I appreciate y'all so much for coming on. I know y'all been busy promoting this album and everything else. I've been Kelly. I don't know if you know, but I interact with you sometimes on Instagram, and I ask you, "Oh, you want to come on our show?" And I do appreciate the time y'all took to come on this show. Yeah, I appreciate it so much. It's a great album. I can't wait to get my candy and my album and my shirt. I'm going to put the link up to pre-order it. You go to their website or just look them up, Dollyrots. You're going to see it, but we're going to put up the link for y'all to order it and go support a great band. Thank y'all again. If y'all don't want, we're going to go off. If you give me 1 second after that, I just want to say bye to y'all. All right. Well, anything else you want to add before we go?
If you go to a show, say hi to us because we'll come hang out after the show.
Yep.
Oh man, now I'm kicking myself more as they go to Houston. Thanks a lot, guys. All right. All right. Thanks everybody for watching. And if you're watching us live, watch us again Sunday night. We're gonna watch this again. So all right. Thanks again, guys.
Thank you, Harold.
You got it.
All right. Let me end this. Oh, one more sec. Wait. Oh.